God, I wish I had like, I don't know, drugs to my left or something to perk me up a bit. All I've got is this. He's muted himself. We're all fucked. We're all fucked. The host is gone. I want to do regular.
This is your cold open, by the way.
No, it's not. No. David, these things in a cold open. You bastard.
Apologies, my alarm went off.
Yeah, the cold open is just Jeff gonna be saying.
No, it's not. We can't promote that. It's not in the cold open.
All right, Sean, take us away.
What's new? Fucking. Okay, we're delicate. Right. We're not hungover, we're just tired. We're all tired, except Luke. Luke just doesn't know how to fucking sell. Right. Yeah. For SmackyD on Netflix, episode 2, Electric Boogaloo. Ladies and gentlemen, children of all ages and anything in between, any sexuality, ethnicity, or any sexual orientation, let's get ready to watch Wrestless! The all-inclusive podcast where we all have fun and encourage you to have fun with us. Introducing myself, your SmackyD General Manager, the one, the only, Sean. And my colleagues, your best served Raw General Manager, the bastard with a bachelor's, the Kilkenny cretin, the eccentric emo, the victim of Kick a Ginger Day, the Big Red Machine, Charlie Flair, Jeff, the Chronic, Cooney, drinking his fucking Beamish.
It's Moretti.
And next, your local AEW tribalist, the tribalist chief, the turbo Tismo, the kebab assassin, the godfather of the Wrestless podcast, David, the Cannonball, Cohen! And lastly, the hottest free agent, your local lightweight, the new age asshole, one half of D-Generation Z, the wicked Mexican, the bud cruncher, the stem stepper, the blunt blazer, Luke, the nuke, James O'Connor!
You had it. Until you said Luke the nuke, you had it. You were up there.
He did say Luke
You were
the
here. That's what I'm saying.
He
said Luke the nuke and he went down.
I just want to point out you peaked the mic twice during that somehow.
And you cut off every time you like trail for the for the rumble and also Rhodes.
I noticed that fucking when the last like 2 episodes came out as well. And that's great. Thanks, mate.
It's just the way Discord picks these things up.
Well, that's shit.
It is.
Yeah. But anyways, folks, welcome to our review of SmackDown episode 2 on Netflix. And if you thought the sequel was as good as the first show, it was a low bar, but you would be wrong. Today, we're going to begin with old classic, our favorite little segment, the What Do You Want to Talk About segment. I'm going to go to my co-host Luke first. Luke, what would you like to talk about this week?
This week, I suppose we have to look at what's been set for Saturday Night Main Event, because I feel like there's not enough matches on so far for the card.
If you want, I guess. Okay, I guess we'll talk about Saturday Night Main Event.
It's in regards to your SmackDown. What happened on your SmackDown?
Yeah, we don't use this segment to talk about wrestling.
Oh, sorry, I misunderstood.
Yeah, it can be anything you want, anything that's going on in your life, anything funny or eventful, or if you just want to like call Jeff Ginger, fucking, it's up to you. What do you want to do?
Yeah, you're allowed.
Well, lads, it's not new in my life. We all know I'm a very boring person. The most interesting thing going on in my life is that I'm going back to Waterford later. So I have to pack up everything, move. I'll have a new setup and everything when I get down there.
Lovely. All right. Bar Luke sounded like a kettle and doxing himself. Curran, what would you like to talk about this week?
good question. I suppose if we're allowed to talk about anything, I would just like to give a brief shout out to Christopher Daniels, who retired last night.
Ah,
Man's wrestled everywhere, including WWE, so send off
Good.
to one of
Stay
the most
retired.
underrated lads of all time. Enjoy your retirement, CD. Yeah.
I hope you're getting paid fucking schmuckles. Charles, for the love of God, nothing wrestling. What would you like to talk about?
I'd like to talk about how incredibly hungover I am today, but I still managed to get to the show. I had my sister's 30th last night. We started drinking at approximately 1:30 to 2 o'clock. I stopped drinking at about 12 o'clock or 1 o'clock. I can't really remember precisely which. I proceeded to then wake up at least about an hour ago and condense 2.5 hours of premium WWE product into 40 minutes, which I think is a miracle, personally. I think it's up there with the fishes and the loaves. I think it's up there with the water to wine. I think it's up there with the clearing of leprosy. So, in his namesake, in his initial sake, I am Jesus Christ. I am the Lord of the Wrestlers podcast, and you are fucking welcome, you bastards. Back to you.
I love the little transition that we've had throughout the pod, to which, like, the first few shows that we've done, I would show up either drunk and or hungover, and Jack would claim to be the savant, the professional, the one that would always show up fit, healthy, and on time. And now he's got, it's subjective, as you can be, but now it's a case where you're 2 episodes in a row being hungover. I like to see this trend in you. Now he's drinking on the pod as well. Fucking it's mental. You're the guest. But I'm proud of you, Charles, to say the least. Big character development. Yeah. He called up into the show talking about his lust for wanting to do drugs. Fucking, this is the type of character work I want to see going into 2025. But yeah, I'm going to go at myself. What I would like to talk about this week, and it's probably something that all the boys are aware that I'm going to talk about, is I did what I said I'd do back in, I think it was September. I made a promise to David Kerwin that one day I would try out for wrestling classes. I went to the School of Irish Wrestling. I said to him I would do it by the very latest the end of January, and I got my work for Monday at like 11 p.m. on day prior. And when I got my I saw the Instagram post to which they had, I think it was 3 days being advertised throughout that week, and I was like, right, we're halfway through January, gotta keep my words. So I texted Kerwin and I let him know we're going Thursday, and Kerwin was we'll say mildly excited, to say the least. He was like a kid in a candy shop. He was like a paedophile in the school. He was that excited. But Kerwin's picked up a few clips, none of me in the ring, more so just the journey on the way and the news on the way.
It was more to do with the actual train itself. The trainer in charge there, I won't say who it was. Just like, there was a more serious atmosphere communicated to him by the head trainer and promoter. Just like, be as safe as you can. We don't want to be liable for injury. Just be safe. Just do stuff that everyone can take. But to be fair, Sean did very well for himself. He was able to execute the basics, at least the ones he was taught, quite easily. Nice. And he got commended by most of the lads there. He's already fitted in quite well, although it might be there because of their mutual hatred of gingers.
Understandable. Anyone who doesn't hate a ginger is a coward or a liar.
How much do you hate yourself, Jeff?
Oh, 100. Yeah.
No, it was fun. It was weird, kind of, though, like going to a fucking. I said it to Kerwin, I said it to Jeff, fucking, like, for the most part, it didn't feel real. Like I knew what I was aware of what I was doing, fucking, but like it didn't feel real until I got in the building. I saw the two fucking rings like side by side. And I was like, ah, fuck, right, okay, we're in it now. We're in the thick of it, and you know everyone's kind of like chatting or goofing around at the start before like the class actually starts. And I was like, right, I'm going to take this moment to just very quickly test. So I went up to like the ring apron and I was like, smack the mat. But I was like, fuck. That's a lot harder than I thought it would be.
It is the hardest part of the ring, really.
Yeah, but still, fucking Jeff. Oh, look, I'm really glad I did it. It was a lot of fun. It's very addicting. It's weird, kind of like how your mind shifts after like a class, fucking, where you're kind of like, you're aware, fucking, of like wrestling is a very dangerous thing if it's not done properly, and it can very easily lead in death. But like when you're doing a roll and you can feel a knack, fucking, along your spine when you do it, fucking, that's when you're kind of like, wow. If I spiked myself, I'd be fucked. I'd be sent off to the hospital. And this is in the middle of nowhere. So it is something that, opens your eyes quite a bit. Regardless, I stayed truly in character when I reviewed this episode of SmackDown. But yeah, no, it was a lot of fun. Going again on Saturday. Swings and roundabouts. We'll see how it goes. With that, boys, we won't drag on or harp on about it for too long. We'll get into our episode of SmackDown. So coming from the Pechanga Arena in San Diego, California this week, Joe and Wade Barrett start to show with a nice little crowd entrance, going through the history of the arena, both inside and outside the sports alike, doing such while simultaneously advertising the show at hand tonight. I wanted to do a drinking game by the end of this show because I didn't realize at the start how much he'd be referenced throughout the night. But I was not asked to go back through the show and watch another 3 hours just so I can count how many times he said his name. But I was really tempted to say drink every time they mentioned Muhammad Ali tonight, and it was a fucking lot. But anyways. The show starts with the hometown hero, Rey Mysterio, and the crowd is fucking amped for him. He cuts promo. Now, it is weird to see the boy say, no cap. Mysterio, you're nearly 50. What are you doing? I know you probably spend a lot of time on social media and all that. You talk to a lot of kids, it's kind of in your profession. But don't say that. Like, act your age a little bit. But Rey Mysterio reminisces and quickly lets us know he's going to be in this year's Royal Rumble, giving us amicable amount of time to prepare to not boo him. As Joe says, man, this Rumble is loaded. And he's right too. Ray talks about when he won the Rumble and went on to win the World Heavyweight Championship, as Ray begins to list all the opponents he's currently listed to go against. Before giving him the credit for getting such a reaction without mentioning Eddie, Rey Mysterio goes and fucking mentions him. So Kevin Owens cuts him off before he can start harping on about someone that's dead nearly 20 years. I don't talk about my granddad as much. Kevin Owens talks about his respect for Rey Mysterio, says he's the one he respects most. He talks about his accomplishments from main events in Mania with Steve Austin and Sammy by wearing the Winged Eagle title like his idols growing up, but that he's never contested one-on-one with Rey Mysterio, telling him to pick him as the champion to main event Mania with. Rey proceeds to remind Owens that he's not champion, and Owens reacts like my ex would have when I told her I'll do what she asked, but just give me a minute, throwing a tantrum and going in for the attack. Ray quickly sets up with the 619, but Owen vacates the ring to dodge the attack. Boys, what do we think of this opening segment? I would always assume that you go first, like regardless of which name I say. If I said Luke, David goes first. If I said Jeff, David goes first. If I say David kind of just sits there and goes, really?
Yeah, no one just was talking for like a solid 5 seconds. Okay. Yeah, I thought it was fun. I thought they had wrestled before, but apparently not. It's a good setup in any case.
Yeah.
They have good chemistry on the microphone.
Yeah. It was a fun little segment. We'll move to Luke. Luke, what do you think?
It was a good segment overall. I agree with you where it's like Ray was putting on a good promo without mentioning Eddie. He mentioned Eddie. I felt every time he brings him up, I feel like it's kind of very cheap cheers. If that makes sense. Like it's just like Eddie's a legend. Eddie's a legend. Don't get me wrong, but Ray doesn't need to keep bringing him up to get those cheers.
Yeah, like he's in his hometown, boy. Fucking, he could do it by himself.
Yeah.
But regardless, we are here, and Eddie is constantly reminded to us. He's probably, the most celebrated junkie that has ever existed in professional sports. But
Jeff Hardy,
I wouldn't say he's celebrated as much. He's still alive. Maybe when he dies, but hoping it's an overdose, and then we can probably go. He's too young for this world.
He's not wrong.
He's still performing at his peak. If he dies of old age, if he dies of old age, fucking people would just be like, "Oh, he lived too long." Charles,
that's getting clipped.
That's phenomenal work. I really enjoyed the segment. I think it keeps in league with the whole everyone who's announced or I guess they've announced and they haven't qualified, but they're all fucking big enough stars that they deserve a spot. I mean, you're seeing as Reigns, Punk, McIntyre, Rollins, now Mysterio. All of these boys deserve a spot in there. It's not really to be disputed. I like Kevin Owens coming out. And being the whole delusional, I am the damn champion. What do you mean I'm not the champion? I'm the world champion. Look at my world championship. It's very good. Him and Mysterio, I think is a nice little blend. I think it's a good way to keep up the heat on Kevin because it's very easy to fucking cheer Kevin Owens because he's so talented at what he does. Get Mysterio out there in San Diego. Perfect little seg. They'll go on to have a pretty decent match later on. I'm happy, mate.
Love it. Jeff watched SmackDown in 40 minutes. He doesn't know the quality of anything. So, boys, following this, we cut to a backstage segment between Bianca and Naomi next. Reminiscing on last week's assault with the hair. Clearly, Trips has been listening to the racist advice coming from the other boys on this podcast, telling Bianca to wrap it up. Our first match tonight begins, and yay, it's a tag match, and yay, it's with Jax and LeRae versus the aforementioned. During the entrances, Nick Aldis decides this is when he'll confirm Mysterio versus Owens for later tonight. Cody pops in, barely dressed because the man was too distracted as he was too busy shagging. He says he's cleared and passed all the tests, and Aldis hands him a contract to ensure their next match doesn't involve the shenanigans that happened during their last, which I wasn't too sure what to make considering their next match is supposed to be no DQ, but alas. Boys, do we have any thoughts on this quick little segment before we go into the match?
Yeah.
Isn't it a ladder match?
It's supposed to be a ladder match, yeah. Fucking.
I don't think you can guarantee no shenanigans in a ladder match.
I don't know how you have like. Are you meant to have like a DQ ladder match? You get the ladder, but you can't hit the opponent with the ladder.
I think that's what they should do. We don't know what the addendum is. There's an addendum, lads. It's very important.
There's an agenda. Yeah,
no, an addendum. An addendum.
Pile driver off the ladder. That's what I want. Okay.
That would be really good. But Cody would be back in a day's time.
I know. Yeah.
It really does it.
Adrenaline
bastard.
His soul.
He can't sell. He's Cody Rhodes.
He can't sell. He's Cody Rhodes. Right, haven't forgotten about the match at hand. We get back to it. The match starts with a cheap shot whilst Naomi was walking to the corner, with the two then attacking Flair when she's bamboozled. Bianca quickly starts burying LeRae, but after a quick display, Jax gets tagged in and unwraps Belair's braid of blades and plays with it. Belair quickly starts whipping with it to regain control. I wonder, does she ever use this in the bedroom?
Yeah, no, 100%.
Has to.
Montez is all over that shit.
Lucky man.
Oh, boo.
Kerwin knows. Kerwin knows.
No,
Kerwin,
I
tell us.
don't. I'm just like, I feel
What
like
do your
this
insiders
is
tell you?
just- This is just,
What do your insiders tell?
I don't have. This one's like, probably should be
I've never
discussed.
seen Kerwin.
Look, he's stuttering. He does know.
He knows that he
don't.
knows. But,
I
Kerwin
don't
knows it.
know.
Come on.
He's got the inside scoop on the braid.
I don't.
On the baddie braid. Oh my
It's-
god.
He's scared. He doesn't want to say the wrong thing. He wants to talk about it because he does know. He likes bragging his knowledge. But fucking look at him. He's like, oh, fuck, we're recording. Fuck, I can't make this mistake. Right. Candice gets tagged in, and after a quick scuffle, Lorraine pulls on the braid to prevent Bianca from making a tag. The moment she gets the chance to, Jax is ready to pull Naomi from the apron, preventing such again. Nia Jax gets tagged in and quickly gets battered, getting floored with a crossbody. Naomi is finally in the match after making a tag, but not for long. Jax fucks up both Naomi and Belair, and at some point, Bianca becomes the legal person. I didn't see the tag, but whatever. Whilst Candice very visibly tags herself in, but Belair insists on still attacking Jax. As they start squabbling, Jax fucks up and does the infamous my whole spot on Lorraine. Naomi uses this to her advantage and quickly picks up the pin. I'm already hating this SmackDown. Boys, what do we think of this match?
It was fine. It was completely grand.
Lovely.
Broadly
Luke.
fine.
Yeah.
Luke, what do you think of this match?
It was fine. Of course, they had to use the hair as a weapon again.
Just fucking hit the roof.
The braid of blades, baby. The braid of blades. Curran, tell us, does she use it in the bedroom?
That's a yes. He nodded while munching.
Are you playing fucking 8-ball?
No. Playing Boom Beach.
Oh, for
Get
the
the
love
fuck off
of
your
Christ,
phone.
Carol, come on.
Get
To be
fuck
fair,
off
to
the
be
phone.
fair,
Get
you
fuck off
Get
your
off
phone.
the phone.
you said he banned from 8 Ball, but you didn't ban him from the phone.
Get the
We did
fuck
ban
off
him
the
from the
phone.
phone the second time. We told him to throw it away and never pick it up again.
Look, you can see my hands here.
Yeah, keep him
I
there.
don't know how
Yeah,
long that'll fucking
just
last.
the match was like it's a TV match. This is just I am neutral response. I have no strong feelings one way or the other.
Yeah, but does she use the braid in the bedroom?
That is what
I
we want.
don't know. I'm just gonna guess probably.
Whoa, we got the scoops here, baby.
Baby,
Scoops,
you heard it here first from the man himself. He's got insiders that lets him know.
Baby scoops, baby. Whoa!
Right. Following this match, we cut to a promo from earlier that day with Bailey and Byron fucking Zaxton.
Whoa!
They
Yeah.
talk about the stupid championship match that they talk about the stupid match. I really fucked up that part.
Title match in the main event, maybe?
No, it is just a sentence and finished.
Oh, okay.
They talk about the championship match that Bailey's going to be competing in later that evening, whilst going over Bailey's last year with a nice highlight reel going over her accomplishments and failures. Byron, grow some fucking hair. But yeah, I quite enjoyed this package. It probably would have been less effective if they didn't have all the clips from the build up to Mania winning the championship, losing the championship at SummerSlam. Fucking, I thought that really added to it and kind of showed how big of a year Bailey did have really last year, even though it kind of doesn't feel like it already. But yeah, boys, did you have any thoughts on Bailey and Byron fucking Saxton?
Thoughts on Bailey and Byron fucking Saxton. Byron fucking Saxton, phenomenal as always. Fresh off his return last week, obviously. Big pop from voice. Then with Bailey, I enjoyed it, but it did remind me of how shit her booking was. From last year, from the Mania to SummerSlam, everyone was really happy. She had a banging match at Mania. She won the title, and they did nothing with it. It did like absolutely nothing, but it did. It helped build up the main
And
event.
then she sucked. Yeah. Curran, are you on your phone again?
Yeah, he is.
Hands are free.
Keep your hands up. Keep your hands
Your
up
hands
like
up.
this. I don't want you touching yourself or your phone.
Hands up, buddy.
What?
Crotch shot. Yay. Okay, we can live with this. Luke, what do we think?
My girlfriend wrote this for me after my previous comments about Bailey, as you can tell from the Monday night from Monday's
BBL
recap.
Bailey.
I am no.
Caster got put out on fucking Dynamite for saying a bad rap.
I am no longer allowed to make any comments about one Bailey of WWE. Jokes aside. Jokes aside, I thought it was grand. And similar to Cooney, it was like they really did nothing with Bailey last year. And everyone was so excited to see what would happen with her championship reign.
And I said it for a very long time, just they would not do anything.
You say that about everyone in WWE, Dave.
Yeah, you've never anything nice to say.
Me?
Except by no, not you, fucking
Oh.
Kerwin. But fucking, the one time I was expecting him to not say anything nice because I had all diff fucking plans, he didn't fucking not say anything nice. It was really annoying.
He's actually really lovely that day.
Yeah.
He was nice about it, yeah.
I was so ready to berate him, fucking. But
You
now
really
here we are. Yeah, I can't believe you, Kerwin. Fucking, but here we are. But yeah, Luke, blink 3 times if you need help. If you're held in captivity, if we need to go and visit Courtney's house with the police. We'll
just let us know if we need to.
we'll save your brother. But yeah, we proceed to go on to guess what? Another backstage segment. Woo! With Meacham complaining about how the match went last week, and BFAB being the voice of the IWC, saying, "Sure, you're just gonna get another chance." Before Niven and Chelsea enter the scene, BFAB starts talking smack, setting up a match between herself and Dewdrop. Mental, a TV match for BFAB. Shit's really gone downhill. But here we are. Any thoughts on this opening or this backstage segment between these 4? I'm gonna go to Luke.
Luke.
I'm very neutral, like no strong feelings either way.
Okay.
You might get smacked by Courtney. Agreed.
Kerwin.
BFAB's getting TV time. That's weird.
It is.
Oh!
I don't like it.
I don't think she's
God,
bad or anything. I'm just saying that there's other women they could have highlighted and they chose BFAB. It's just
She got the smallest pop in Dublin, and we were very generous.
Hey, just because I didn't stay for her match in Dublin at the live show,
Yeah.
I chose to go out and smoke a cigarette. Does not mean that I will not defend BFAB here.
Chelsea Green was in that match.
But she wasn't champion at the time.
Yeah, but she was so
The belt didn't
Chelsea
exist.
Green.
Green.
This was good in the fact that it had Chelsea Green in it. She's phenomenal. She continues to be head and shoulders above anyone around her. Like, it's crazy, like how good she is, or how not good everyone else is. I haven't decided which one it is yet.
Yeah, it is more so the latter than the.
Yeah,
But-
but like, she's great. I love her bitchiness. And I'm so glad that Piper absolutely ran through BFAB quite quickly later on. Because fuck BFAB, fuck Mitchin, get someone better for Chelsea Green. This is Chelsea's America, and we're just lucky enough to live in it.
Oh.
He's gonna find
Let
it.
them have it. Just let them have it. Just let them have it. Don't correct them.
Kerwin, sorry.
No, I was just gonna say. Just when do you think Chelsea's gonna turn face? Because it is going to happen.
Never. Don't ever do it. Don't ever do it. It'll ruin her.
She's already getting
Keep her
cheered too heavily. It happened for MJF of all people. It will happen
What?
for Chelsea Green.
Is she considered baby? Is she considered heel?
Listen to the. Yeah,
Yeah, but does she? But
Oh.
she doesn't have to change how she acts. If people cheer, people cheer. Simple as. I don't believe in this face and heel turn bollocks anymore. It's all shades
she-
of grey with Papa H, baby.
She's like well no fucking he did say it in the Netflix on Raw first episode intro fucking, so it's very much still there. But she's kind of like the Miz, where it's like the one
Yep.
personality fits all. If you cheer, you cheer. If you boo, you boo.
Yeah, I
Fucking
don't
just
think
depends on the
anything
story,
anything better.
Yeah.
I'll continue to cheer regardless.
Yeah, and that is more than fair. All right, so our next matchup is between Big Jim Slim Jim against the highest in the room, Hayes. Mello walks out with a mic in hand, referring to the man as Big Jim. Trips watches Wrestless confirmed. Mel talks about how he's the underachiever of the bloodline, and he's going to show him before they. I really fucked up this script last night. I was tired. I was delusional. Fucking the grammar in this is horrible. Mel talks about how Jimmy is the underachiever of the bloodline. That he's in the shadow of someone that's in the shadow of Roman Reigns. And that in this match, he's going to show him before he proceeds to get dragged into the ring for taking too long during his entrance. Big Jim proceeds to rock Mello's glasses while spattering him. The boys have a quick back and forth before Hayes takes a nasty looking suplex on the apron. And Big Jim follows this up with a suicide dive and proceeds to smack Mello's head off the ring post before putting him back in the ring. Mello sells this like a call center worker trying to get commission. He doesn't. And turns the tide with some fast-paced offense, occasionally turning to the crowd. Checks notes to no pop. Mello mainly stays in control until Big Jim hits a massive Samoan drop. He gets to hit a Uso splash, but Mello gets him with the first 48. Mello quickly goes to the top rope, but gets super kicked. Tally is officially at 1. The tally is officially at 1, boys. And Jimmy gets a 2 count. Jimmy hip tosses Mello, but Mello follows up quickly and lands the second super kick of this match. The tally's at 2, boys. The tally is quickly rising. Before we can escalate this tally any further, you guessed it, the match is thrown out by the bloodline. Whoa. Mel gets up thinking he's made some friends after they're finished battering Jimmy, but Fatu doesn't care for the saying my enemy's enemy is my friend, because Fatu makes friends like paper mache volcanoes. He doesn't. Boys, what do we think of this match? What do we think of it getting thrown out? Do we have any thoughts? Do we have any opinions? I'm going to go to Curran first. Get all your thoughts out now, or forever hold your peace.
Jacob Fatu is a beast. I am sad these matches keep getting cancelled because of the bloodline, but he seems to be in around the US title scene. Give him that belt, please. Yeah.
Imagine that just leads to him fucking up Shinsuke. I'd love it. Bury Shinsuke. Bury him with Fatu. Fucking do it.
Murder out late night, just go bam.
Or have like a proper strong style match with fucking Fatu and fucking Shinsuke. That'd be great. But yeah, going to Luke next. Boy, what do you think of this match?
I thought it was good. I thought it was great overall. Surprised there wasn't more super kicks. We like to see the improvement.
Yeah, there was almost no super kicks, and then there was 2 super kicks just quickly. I agree with you fully. But any other thoughts? No, I guess he's dead. Anyways, Charles, last but not least, what do you think?
I have 3 words that I can sum up how I feel about this whole segment. It might include a bit of animation from my hands. I love you, Solo.
That's 4 words.
I go. Shut up. No, it's not. It's 3. I love you, Solo. See? 3. It's 3. See? Read between the lines. 3.
Yeah. Speaking of turns that are coming.
Solo is about to get his shit rocked.
Yeah, we need that thumbs down segment, just like.
Well, speaking of Solo Sikoa, Solo Sikoa returns for the first time since getting battered on that random Raw that did shit, and the boys looks naked without his falafel. Little Nate gives him a stern talking to before he gets into the ring. how the mighty have fallen. But it's okay, Jacob still loves you, and his love is as confident as sleeping with a legion of Roman soldiers defending you, as he's ready to fight everyone in the arena who doesn't shut the fuck up. San Diego boos Soto out of the building like he's Hulk Hogan, and the boy dips. Fatu proceeds to pick up the mic and performs a fucking pipe bomb. If you have not seen this promo, I cannot do it justice.
Yeah.
It was fucking brilliant. Just go and watch it. He's putting the fucking roster on fucking notice. If you thought that boy is crazy, as he said, he's only fucking getting started.
Yeah.
And I believe him.
Yeah. I just there was a tweet that perfectly encapsulated this. I heard just like, so he said, I'm only just getting started, and I feared for my life. That
He's
man
a terrifying
scares
man.
me, because you
He could
know he
murder
believes
people.
everything he says. Yeah.
It's true, but when he speaks, he ain't just saying shit. Like, he's
Yeah.
telling the truth. He is telling you what's gonna happen.
His
That ain't-
personality
that
is
ain't-
just him.
We've got someone with so much talent, and he's at the cusp of just fucking shooting into the fucking main event.
I cannot wait for that match with Solo at Mania.
I cannot wait for him to going through some fucking cruiserweight.
Yeah.
Samoan drop.
Like, imagine, no, pop up Samoan drop and all. He'll fucking boast to us, the little bastard.
Break Gunther's the last in half.
Good. Fuck baby Luke.
Dog walk his age.
Yeah.
That is against
Should we explain this to proper Luke?
Gunther
Yeah.
looks like a baby and also looks like an Irish farmer, so we called him Baby Luke.
Okay, thank you. I was very confused.
Good. Lovely. So, proceeding with the segment, Nine proceeds to ruin this by surprise ambushing Fatu and Tonga. He's dealt with so quickly, so Braun Strowman comes out to even the playing field. Fatu is ready to trade injuries, however, but Tonga literally drags the man out of the ring before anything good dare happen on SmackDown.
I should say Fatu versus Strowman is confirmed for Saturday night's main event, and I cannot wait.
Yeah, well, we're going to fucking get to that, Kerwin, okay? I'm going with it as the fucking show layout. It gets announced on the fucking show. It'll be announced in the fucking script. You can fucking take your fucking time and fucking listen, okay?
Wow.
Fucking trying to steal my fucking limelight. This is my show.
Alright, calm down, dickhead. Okay. We can move along. Hey, to be fair, Tama Tonga, great tryout to become one of the 20 skinny men. I respect it. He's trying
Oh, it was, to be fair. He was an effective
Okay,
one.
very good. It was very good.
Yeah.
He did very
Yeah.
well.
Yeah.
None of those bastards could pull out Jacob Fatu, but he did it. Come on, Tama Tonga, you skinny bastard.
He wasn't scared. He grabbed him by the foot and fucking, Jacob could have very easily murdered him on that fucking moment. Be like, how fucking dare you? I can win this fight.
He
But
could
he-
have murdered him with one toe. But he
Yeah.
didn't.
The only skinny man that's not scared to go up to him.
Look,
Yeah,
he
good
killed
job.
a man with this thumb.
I would also like to say that Wade Barrett, after Tama Tonga pulled him out, just goes, "If Tama Tonga is the voice of reason, then we're all screwed." And I agree wholeheartedly.
100%,
Wade
yeah.
Barrett, great
His
call.
his
sir.
whole career has just been him being insane. So yeah.
So, return to our regularly scheduled shit show. We cut to the beta LWO. These needs talk about stealing the pride of the Motor City Machine Guns. I don't know what pride they're on about. The boys are 5'5" on average. Regardless, the following matchup features all four of these men. What I learned this week was this: Electric Lopez exists, and her name, I don't give a shit. That's about it. Commentary do a better job at explaining the story behind Alice's decision for the mass random tag match segment last week, essentially formatting it as an unofficial tournament for who will be the next number one contenders. That would have been nice if that was said in the segment that was made last week. But instead they advertise it as an Oprah. You get a match, you get a match, you get a match. And it seems like everyone's getting fucking matches. BFAB gets a fucking match, That's just the fucking world we live in on SmackDown. But yeah, this match was all flips and no character, with the only bit of story injected into it being Pretty Deadly attempting to screw over the Motor City Machine Guns, yet failing to do so. Motor City Machine Guns pick up the win, and I have successfully clipped all my fingernails by now. Boys, do we have any thoughts on this match?
I like Pretty Deadly.
They're pretty over.
They're pretty good.
We want the musical.
Oh, we want the musical so bad. Honestly, if all of the tag team division stuff on SmackDown, all the time that they have allocated to matches, was just allocated to Pretty Deadly and their musical, I would be so much a happier man. I would be absolutely ecstatic to come on here and talk about the Pretty Deadly musical every week. But unfortunately, they've given it to Motor City Machine Guns and Los Garza. So it's that day in hell for everyone.
Look, you've had your allocated time to fucking talk about the fucking musical. The last time you talked about the musical was the Mania 40 recording, and as the person who edited it and it was corrupted, I had to cut out 6 minutes that went of this that went on a tangent that eventually ended with talking about control your narrative. So fuck off. Curran, what do you think about this match?
I think, yeah, Pretty Deadly are the clear stars in this division. Do something with them, please.
Well, they're out of the running for number one contenders, and they fucked up this match, so it looks like we're going to be getting DIY versus Motor City Machine Guns again, fucking eventually.
I don't want it. I don't want it, Sean.
Drink your Beamish and fuck off.
We didn't want Rhea to live for 6 months either. We had to go through that. We can get through this.
But at least Rhea's pretty. None of them are pretty. Well, Ciampa's actually pretty.
I was just gonna say Liv is also quite pretty, but yes.
Yeah.
Like playing spot, but I think.
But now we return to the story of the night, to Aldis and the unsigned contract. Segment 2. This time he attempts to convince Owens to sign it, and upon Owens finding out that Cody won't sign it, he doesn't sign it. You won't believe it, but that doesn't surprise me. But with Owens, it's very much more in character. Cody seems just like a prattling bitch. But anyways, moving on, because I don't want to talk about the spec no more than I have to. We're going to get through this match very quickly. SmackDown turns to SmackDown as Piper Niven makes her way to the ring. Her match with B-Fab is about to begin, and commentary is begging you not to turn off the stream. Oh, Joe, I've worked today. You're lucky now I'm contractually obliged to review the show. I spent the majority of this match thinking about how B-Fab looks like KSI during COVID, more than I'd like to admit. Just incorporate the bandana, and honestly, if you matched her with Logan Paul, she'd be more over than she's ever been. This match lasts as long as Curran does in bed, finishing before you can call it an exhibition, with a quick post-match beatdown resulting in Meacham coming out swinging a kendo stick like it's a Bianca braid. Boys, what do we think of this match? I'm going to go with Curran first.
First off, I resent that comment, you little bitch.
I think it was the best part of it.
Yeah. You know, B-Fab, she's alright. This is clearly a big test for her. She didn't do too badly, but I don't really care about this match. It's not really her fault, it's just the way it is.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Jeff, what do you think of this match?
First of all, I'd like you to commend you on your comments on Kerwin. Very good job, sir. Well done. Good script writing. Secondly, this match, it was 4 minutes I'll never get back. Back to you.
Luke, what did you think of this match?
I'm not going to lie to you, I went down to my kitchen to make myself a snack during this match.
Not talking about SmackDown.
Has had some lovely pasta ravioli.
Oh, nice. What kind of ravioli did you have?
I missed the days to which me and Jeff would watch wrestling and we'd be like, yeah, you know what, this isn't worth watching. Let's go outside and have a fag, and fucking we'd come back to something we actually want to watch. Now we have to watch all of it. It's
ravioli, what's in the pocket?
Because you see, I thought it was like, okay, by the time I come, it'll be halfway through the match. No, came back up, it was finished.
Yeah, that's brilliant. But what you're skipping over the important parts here. What ravioli do you have? I'm very intrigued.
But what do you have, Jeff? What would be your ravioli if you're so invested?
I didn't have ravioli.
But if you were to have ravioli,
Luke, I just want to know what ravioli you had. You don't have to make this.
Yeah, stop cock teasing us.
Come on.
I had it was
That's
what
what
was it? I had a mix, so it was like it had ham and tomato.
Lovely.
It was very
Baby.
basic.
More of
I'm a spinach and ricotta man myself, but I respect it.
more of a beef
That's
ravioli
hot.
man myself. Yeah.
Yeah,
Beef
fair.
fab ravioli? Ah, damn, Kerwin. I don't know if you're allowed to say that.
I had tacos last night.
Oh, nice.
Oh, my-
Did they have
Oh,
mayonnaise on them?
No,
Good.
Thank Christ. Jesus.
they were lovely. Like actual tacos.
Oh,
But-
like taco tacos.
Yeah, tacos.
Beef tacos? Chicken tacos?
Yeah, actually.
Nice.
It's lovely. We was trying a new place. My housemate got them. It was fucking lovely.
With salsa sauce?
Yeah, like
I couldn't tell you the sauce it had, if I'm honest with you, but it was lovely. It was quite nice.
that's good. I'm glad everyone's eating well. It's good, guys.
Yeah.
Good job.
We'll become chunky boys.
Chunky boys.
Well, Kerry and Jeff's already bet us to it, but you know, we'll get there.
Oh wait, you don't. That's the problem.
Oh, Owen, when was the last time you got? But we're not doing this on the podcast. That's a private endeavor. Anyways, back to the matter at hand. We return backstage to Tiffany, Byron, fucking Saxton. Yeah, I've got a bit over. Fucking word.
Congratulations.
Don't sound too
Oh, I'm gonna fucking kill myself. Tiffany talks, has a stellar promo talking about Bailey's career of moments, but it's her that's making these moments now. She proceeds to call Bailey Tiffstery, and Wade Barrett is quick to point this out after the promo finishes. Honestly, I thought it was brilliant. I thought, you know, Tiffany had great delivery and great little puns and great, like, she had a nice flow. It was great execution. It didn't have the same sort of, highlight reel that Bailey's promo had earlier in the evening. I don't know why. If you're going to put any production on anyone, it's going to be Tiffany, but I suppose she looks better anyways without all the fucking editing. So it is what it is. Boys, do you have any thoughts on this segment?
Not majorly. She
Okay,
just
good, lovely.
Fucking Chelsea continues to be the best thing in her division.
Yeah, well, no, her and Chelsea, yeah, fucking, they should have a one more. You know how, like, you know, Survivor Series, they do the fucking brand bollocks.
Yeah.
Do you think they're gonna have like fucking SmackDown v SmackDown now, or fucking Raw v Raw, fucking, or is it gonna be like World Championships versus Mid-Card Championships?
I hope the last one, because then we get Tiffy versus Chelsea, and then the world might implode. Like, it might-
I'll tell you now, if they brought back like fucking Night of Champions with like the old set with like the curtains, fucking slap.
Yes! Oh, I'd be so all about that. That'd be nothing.
Fucking trips, you know what to do. But anyways, and our penultimate match is here, and it is Mysterio versus Owens. And tonight we get a return, the legendary Lion Mysterio and Victoria, I guess. I know which feud I'd rather see against Rhea Ripley. But anyways, they're homing in on this match being a first ever one-on-one. This is how they warn us. They are going to rinse and repeat this. The match starts simply but eloquently, admittedly, with the crowd absolutely amped for Mysterio. Boy, do a brilliant job feeling each other out, with KO toying with Mysterio, to Mysterio proving that one slight slip up and he's on you like a hurricane and pulling you around the ring. It's not every day you get to see two fully dressed men wrestle, but eventually Ray starts undressing and giving the people what they pay to see. KO does a great bit of heel work by dragging and battering Ray around the ring in front of the former Women's World Champion and Mysterio's family, allowing Mysterio to get a quick bit of offense to get the crowd cheering again, just to ram him into the steel steps, walk over and pat Aliyah on the head. I thought this was quite funny, if you ask me. She looked like she was having none of it. Having been in the ring now, it is fascinating to me that Ray runs ropes on the second rope. That boy is genuinely a midget. But, Mysterio sets up a 619, but Owens quickly gets up to a counterattack. After a quick scuffle, Owens taunts the crowds with Guerrero's shimmy because, it's not the first time he was referenced in the night. Fucking, you wish it was the last time, but here we are. Followed up by a frog splash. In return, Ray borrowed a leaf from Owens' books by not allowing him to superplex him from the top rope. Mysterio inevitably hits the 619, dazing Owens, but not knocking him out. Well, why just no sell fucking finisher? Owens goes to laying on the ropes and causes Mysterio to land on his crotch and falls from the top turnbuckle. A quick pop-up powerbomb and Owens picks up the win. Boys, what do we think of this match? Fucking God damn it. This is what happens, fucking this is the most uncoordinated
I'm sorry. I'm just used to Kieran going first, that's all.
Yeah, so am I. Okay, Luke, go first. Here. Okay, Luke, go first.
I thought it was a good match overall. There was one bit, I think he just mentioned it. It was like Kevin had fallen down in front of Ray's family, and he actually smiled at them. They smiled at him. Somewhat breaking kayfabe, but it was quite funny because he just looked up, smiled, and went back in.
Yeah, featuring both Fabs on the show, K-Fab and B-Fab, it seems.
Yeah.
But, we'll get there.
Need that main
Fabe.
feud.
No.
B-Fab versus KSI, who can enroll as K-Fab.
From the screen to the ring.
But, no, I thought the match overall was entertaining, to say the least. I
enjoyed the match too. It was one of the better ones tonight. Probably should have been invented if you ask me, but it is what it is. Charles, we'll go Kerwin. We'll go in age. Kerwin, what do you think of this match?
Yeah, a lot of fun. They had good chemistry for it being a first time matchup. I loved all the little interactions between Ray's family and KO. This made me feel that little bit more rewarding if you've been watching for a while, because he clearly adores Ray, and you can see because he gave him quite a lot. A shockingly clean win as well.
Yeah,
even if he did crush him on the rope, that's technically not illegal.
Well, look, fucking, what are you gonna do? Fucking, technically, you should have been disqualified for pushing the fucking ref, but it was all a happy accident. What can you do? It is what it is.
It's a happy little accident.
Exactly. We love happy little accidents, except mine. I wish I was bored. But Jeff, what do you think?
It's gonna be very rinse and repeat. I think it was a lovely little match. I think Owens always works well with smaller guys, and there's not really a smaller guy than Rey Mysterio, so good job there. I thought all the stuff, interactions with family were great. Owens always builds it up and makes it feel that bit more real. I just thought it was very, very good, and a deserved clean win for Owens. He needs to be built up because Cody can apparently just walk off a fucking car crash, so we need something behind him. So
Wabadoo.
Oh, wabadoo indeed.
Super Rhodes. You can tell Aaron's definitely back in the fucking production.
Adrenaline in his soul. He is Super Cody Rhodes.
Fucking walking out with that golden shovel.
That'd be great.
Anyways, going into our little post-match segment, Owen goes to hit Mysterio with the pile driver. But quick on the scene is the fake WWE champion, Cody Rhodes. And for the first time tonight, making a return after 2 weeks, it's, drumroll please, 20 skinny fucking men. Fuck's sake.
Whoa! Your favorites.
Oh, it is your favorite boys.
Look,
yeah, they were in fucking segment.
If you're not going to be signed for a while, that's going to be what you're going to be if you're on WWE TV. You're going to be a skinny man.
Skinny man. I want to be a fat man.
I'll never make it to WWE.
Fuck. I want to have my walkout B&B. I like them big. I like them chunky. Caress my chest. But anyways,
Funky.
yeah. But anyways, we return from break with Allison Rhodes announcing at Saturday night's main event, the boys will have a contract signing, suspend their titles above the ring, and that will be moderated by the one, the only, Mr. WrestleMania, the showstopper, the Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Maroney Michaels.
I don't know if that's how it works.
Don't know what that.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
yeah,
I
Shawn Michael Maroney.
No, I don't think. I think
I
it's just Shawn Michaels. I think.
Sorry, okay.
Well, I think
Shawn
it's Michael Shawn
Hickenbottom.
Hickenbottom.
Hickenbottom, love that.
I do find it funny. This is the third instance in one SmackDown to which they're bringing in something to which I have complained about that they have not done in a fucking while. I remember, I think I was complaining to Kerwin and fucking Jeff about, they don't do, contract science anymore. They don't do, the championship suspended over the fucking ring thing anymore. And now they're doing exactly fucking that. Fucking Triple H watches us, boys. I'm telling you now. Fucking who do you guys?
He's one of the 10 though. So your
In
video.
case you didn't realize, Restless is on fire right now.
Yeah. Wrestless is officially condoned by, WWE officially condones Wrestless podcast, except any of our past racist behavior. I blame Curtin for that.
No, Triple H would be cool with that.
People like you don't win championships.
Oh, we'll get to that. So, as well as that, we get an announcement for Fatu versus Strowman for the same night. We have another backstage segment with DIY and Pretty Deadly. They play good cop, bad cop, with Apollo Crews waltzing in after to bestow some wisdom. But as Pretty Deadly walk off in disgust because someone like him dares to touch them, Gargano provides Crews with the most televised action Apollo's gotten in months by attacking him afterwards. Boys, do we have any thoughts about this segment?
Finally, someone decked Apollo Crews. Thank you, Lord. Well done, Gargano. I was sick of that piece of shit. He's been coming around for the last few weeks, and he's been like, you should see this coming. Oh, I understand that. Apollo, what have you done, you piece of shit? What have you done in this?
Yeah, piece of trash.
He's a logical thinker. Why he can't get involved in storylines?
I'm sorry, I would never take any fucking advice from Apollo Crews. He's not done anything.
Mr. Uha Nation. I forgot he was still employed. Honestly.
I said that last week.
Up in every fucking segment for the last few weeks. The piece of shit.
Yeah, Curran, if you weren't playing 8-Ball Pool fucking last week and I mentioned him in the fucking segment and said the exact same fucking thing, maybe you'd fucking remember. But here we are. So, moving on, I assume we've got all our thoughts off with regards to that.
Yes.
One more.
Okay.
Oh,
Fuck you, Apollo Crews.
Okay. Luke, I heard you say nothing. Do you have any thoughts?
Apollo Crews is a piece of trash.
I like Apollo Crews. He just doesn't have talent, so I don't see him.
I like him, but he's a talentless hack. Get him off my screen.
Possibly the worst Intercontinental Champion of all time, and that's saying something.
Nah, honky tonk man.
Fuck.
Man had one of the greatest reigns of all time.
Ben was being Intercontinental Champion.
He was a better champion than Apollo.
He was. That's some incredible matches for that belt.
Anyways, moving swiftly on, the main event begins, and if our prayers are answered, Bayley won't see herself in the main event again until 2026. But regardless, we still have to get through this first. Before we can get through this, we get a return vignette for Jeff Cooney, Miss Charlotte Flair. What a way to ruin a pop, if you ask me. But I'm fully using this for a thumbnail. Thanks, Trips. The match begins, and to begin in great fashion, showing off great offense, reversals, and athleticism. However, cooling back from an ad as Bayley has taken control, and it's gotten real dull here, boys. From submission holds to debating on if staying up on From submission holes to debating on if staying on until 4 a.m. for Kieran's laptop not to capture the podcast properly again is actually worth it, the match goes back and forth, and it's for the most part evenly fought. This appears as your average match until Stratton shows a bit of innovation by pulling Bailey's head from under the apron and hip tossing at her into the exposed metal frame. Bailey begins her WWE 2K comeback moveset, but forgets to press Y to hit the finisher and just goes straight for the pin. She gets a 2 count, and the Fireflies are out. The Fireflies are well and truly out. The crowd has lost their interest completely, and they're having their own fun, it seems. I do apologize, boys. I noticed this last night. Just I don't know if you did, but in the middle of the match, everyone got their little fucking phones out, started flashing, and was just fucking waiting for about. It seemed a solid 10 minutes. They were not fucking hooked in this match for the most part. But anyways, Tiffany hits a swanton and powerbomb and quickly puts Bailey into a submission after. It was a nice little fucking combination of moves. It seemed effective. But the match moves outside the ring and Bailey goes to taunt Rox and Perez after their little showing on NXT earlier in the week. But Bailey drags Tiffany back into the ring and hits the elbow drop, but only gets another 2 count. This is what happens when you don't use your comeback move set and your finisher side by side. You've wasted it now. But the match is evenly fought until the end, with Tiffany hitting a great Alabama slam followed by a world's prettiest moonsault to put Bailey away and win her first successful title defense. Cleanly as well. Who would have guessed? Take note, Sasha Banks. That's how it's done in the Fed, in real companies. SmackDown ends very quickly afterwards with minimal celebration. And with that, I opened my next tab and spent another 3 minutes awake doing something else. Boys, what did we think of the main event? What did we think of this episode of SmackDown overall? I'm going to do this in reverse chronological order from 8. Jeff, what do you think?
First of all, congratulations on 3 minutes. That's a new world record for you. You beat, respectfully. Second of all, match. I would normally argue Bailey doesn't deserve this spot and she's been in this spot too much and I'm sick of seeing her in this spot, but it's the first defense. Tiffy was always going to win. Put someone like Bailey in there who has a bit of fucking,
a ring general.
Yeah. Oh, give me a second.
The ring general.
Well, Jeff has forfeited his thought for having an opinion, like most women who move to Saudi Arabia. Kieran, what do you think of this match, and what do you think of SmackDown as a whole?
I thought it was a good first defense for Tiffy. They obviously have a lot of chemistry. The match, it's like, the result was never in doubt. We knew Tiffy would win. But, I gotta say, pretty fun match. Bailey put her over huge. It's good. It's a good time.
Lovely. Luke, what do you think?
I do want to bring up one issue that I think has been going on for a while. The match itself was great. I thought there was good chemistry between them both. They put on a good match. This is Tiffy's first title defense, so this is the exception to what I'm about to talk about. But I feel like now, the matches for championship matches, they have no meaning on Raw or SmackDown because we know that they're not going to lose them there. They're going to lose them at the pay-per-views or whatever. But I remember back in the days when there might actually be a title change on Raw or SmackDown, and I feel like they should bring that back. Add a bit of mystery now. But you know what I'm trying to say though. I feel like they need to keep that consecutive because you're able to tell she's not losing it here. Royal Rumble's in 2 weeks.
I think
3
the
weeks.
introduction of the Saturday night's main event, like TV specials, was kind of screwed with their idea of having like big Raws and SmackDowns before.
Yeah.
I much preferred them having the big Raws and SmackDowns. To be honest, like sprinkle in like 1 or 2 Saturday night's main events across the year, but I much prefer when my TV is more kind of bulked up than having a special where it's like, okay, well, it should be bulked up, but not as bulked up because it's a TV special and it's not a pay-per-view, but it's not a normal TV show, but it's kind of normal TV. It's like, come on, like, why don't you just beef up the SmackDowns and Raws before and after instead of having fucking Hulk Hogan at their grandstand and
Are we getting main event on Netflix?
I think so. I think we have
TV special.
Last one's on Netflix.
It might be for Europe. I don't know about the US, but surely for Europe because all their content is on Plus now, like NXT, SmackDown, and also. I would assume so.
Okay.
Or YouTube. It was on YouTube.
Oh yeah. But we had on Netflix.
No,
it
we
was on
didn't.
YouTube.
Fucking Netflix wasn't ready yet.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we're still trying to work out the bugs from the fucking Tyson fight.
Yeah, don't you fucking Mandela affect me. Fuck you.
Barbara Streisand.
We'll have to fight at WrestleMania 50 on fucking when Raw moved to Netflix, okay? And me and Kerwin will insist it was a different Mania. And Kerwin will be right, it seems. But, you know, here we are. Okay, boys. That was this week's episode of SmackDown. It was an uneventful show. I would really regret staying up and watching it. I'm very tired. I have work to go to soon. I have to make a thumbnail, and Kerwin's not going to have this out until fucking Wednesday. So, with that, boys, do we have any final thoughts before we close the show? Do you want to plug your shit?
Yeah, I suppose I'll go ahead with that.
Like,
Alright, if you like what you like and are rested for more wrestling content, join us. And we have a bunch of content coming in the... I'm so tired.
You want me to do it, buddy? I can.
No,
Okay.
just
If
look,
you are
links in
restless for wrestling
description.
content, follow us on our links. Follow us for our shows. That is SmackDown, hosted by yours truly, Marody. That is Raw, hosted by me. That is Dynamite, hosted by David. And it will be Saturday Night's Main Event, which will be hosted by Luke. And his first appearance, or possibly first appearance on Raw, because it might be around. If you love all that good stuff, please follow us. Please like, subscribe, comment. Tell us you hate us. Tell us you love us. I don't really give a shit. It drives all the views to us, and to me more importantly, because I am, again, the most viewed person on the channel. We'll have, as well as that, original content. David will have Kings and Queens of the Indies, which is Nigel McGuinness, and Ospreay he'll be starting off with. We'll also have a meta commentary on Jack Perry, the Scapegoat. I will have a nice little deep dive of Bray Wyatt's full-on career, and we will have top 10 lists and more original stuff covered out through the year. Anyone else, Luke, you want to plug in before we go?
No, I've got none. I'll see everyone for Saturday Night Main Event when I'll be hosting.
lovely. Well, when is that?
That is next. Oh, yeah, it's next week.
Oh, lovely. So we have Raw and SmackDown to get through first, and then we'll see Luke. But Luke might be hosting his first episode of Raw.
Yeah.
Let's see how that goes.
It's news to me as well.
Good luck, Luke. It's fun at first. I hate this.
Yeah, he's right.
Just because you don't bring in the ratings.
I don't know if it'd be worth it if I brought in the ratings. My body is so tired.
Sunk cost fallacy now, motherfucker.
Yeah. Well, there you have it, boys. If you made it to this part of the episode to the very end, make sure you go and watch last week's episode of the SmackyD review. Fuck Raw. Love Wrestless.
We're hold on. I'm gonna have to interrupt you there. You have to promote this Raw at least. That was one of our best ones. It was hilarious.
I do not. I'm not contractually obligated to do anything but to Raw, except I'm not allowed to go out my way to ruin it. So sorry, Luke. Shit's shit, but it is what it is. Watch wrestling because wrestling should be fun. I believe that's the saying. We'll see you in the next one. Fuck the lot of yous.
I've been playing 8-ball pool the entire time.
You fucking son of a bitch.